There is a forest in the Pacific Northwest where something strange happens after dark. Researchers have recorded it. Scientists have studied it, and what they found will completely change the way you look at trees forever. Because trees are not silent. They never were. What if I told you that right now, beneath every forest floor, there is a network so complex, so intentional, that some scientists are genuinely calling it a brain. Not metaphorically, structurally, functionally. A living system exchanging signals, nutrients, and what some researchers describe as warnings. Welcome to the secret conversation happening inside the whispering woods. Let's start underground, because that is where everything begins. Trees form connections through fungi. These fungal threads, called mycorrhizae, wrap around tree roots and link individual trees together across massive distances. One single teaspoon of healthy forest soil can contain miles of these fungal threads. Miles. Beneath your feet right now, if you are anywhere near a forest, there is likely a web stretching in every direction, connecting hundreds of trees simultaneously. Scientists call this the woodwide web, and it functions like an internet that predates human civilization by millions of years. Here is where it gets extraordinary. Through this network, trees actively send carbon, nitrogen, and sugar to neighboring trees, particularly to seedlings that cannot yet reach the sunlight. Mother trees, the oldest and largest in a forest, appear to prioritize their own offspring in these transfers. They recognize their kin. They feed them differently than strangers. Think about what that actually means for a moment. But the communication does not stop there. When a tree is attacked by insects or disease, it releases chemical compounds into the air, volatile organic compounds that neighboring trees can detect. And here is the astonishing part. Those neighboring trees respond before they are ever attacked. They begin producing their own defensive chemicals in anticipation. They prepare themselves based on a warning they received from someone else. That is not instinct. That is information sharing. Research from the University of British Columbia, led by ecologist Suzanne Simard, revealed that forests operate more like communities than collections of individual organisms. Trees that are isolated from the network grow slower, struggle more, and die younger. Connection is not optional for them. It is survival. Now think about the implications of that for us. Humans have spent centuries imagining nature as a silent, passive backdrop to our story. A resource, a scenery. But the data tells a completely different narrative. Forests are active. Forests are responsive. Forests are, in some measurable way, aware of their surroundings. There is still enormous scientific debate about exactly how conscious or intentional these behaviors are. No serious researcher is claiming trees think the way we think. But the behavior itself, the coordination, the warnings, the nurturing, the recognition of family is undeniable. The trees in the whispering woods talk at night because they never stop talking. We just were not listening. Every time you walk through a forest now, you are walking through an ongoing conversation you cannot hear. A dialogue that was happening long before humans existed and will continue long after we are gone. The forest is not quiet. You are just standing outside the conversation.